Hello, my beautiful friends. It's Lisa here from Arcaneandstellar with a timeless pick a card reading. We're going to be looking at yes or no. So I thought it was a good time to do an update on this and provide you guys with a new yes or no reading. So if you have a question and you want a yes or no answer, this is the one for you. We have 10 different groups to choose from, and I thought it was kind of cute. I used doors. So we have different doors to choose from. So meditate upon the image as you kind of question yourself, question the universe, question spirit, and say, you know, what is this going to happen? And then see where your eyes are feeling drawn. You can find the timestamps up in the description box so you can get right to your message. Now, you can ask for multiple questions, and so maybe you want to know, does Joey like me? You know, you might ask for that. Will I get that job? You can ask for that. You can ask, you know, the cards for different questions. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started, and I will see you in your reading. So hello, if you chose group number 1, you've chosen this door, a very beautiful one, if I might say. And let's see what your answer is. Ooh, we've got the Tower here, and we've got here Nomad. The nomadic wanderer lies deep inside, so take the leap now, don't crawl back and hide. Now, I feel like this is probably a no for most of you, and I kind of wonder, based on this door card that came out, is if it's because there might be a leap that you have to take, and maybe it's like you could miss the opportunity. So when it comes to this question, I would say it's unlikely. And the reason why is because, like I said, I think it has something to do with perhaps maybe missing an opportunity, especially based on this card here. Because it says here, so don't take the leap now, don't crawl back and hide. So maybe it's about creating a shakeup. Maybe it's like if you're asking like, well, will I get a job in this? And say you don't actually even apply for one, or you apply like, you know, a week later after, you know, kind of, you know, maybe not making it a full-on decision. And so I would say maybe it could be turned around in that case, like if there was a leap, you know what I mean, taken. So again, if it might be something that requires a lot of, there's a lot of resistance, or it requires a big, brave move, it might be like no, because you're unlikely to take that move. But of course, you can always prove me wrong and prove the cards wrong and live for yourself. So don't feel like it's a definite no. Again, maybe there can be something that will happen there if there is a leap taken. But that's what I would say for this particular group. I'm going to keep it quite short because I'd like these just to be short, sweet, and direct, so without getting too crazy and complicated. So anyway, I hope this helped. If you have any other, questions, you can check out the other groups and go back to the beginning and choose another one. But otherwise, guys, take care. If you'd like to subscribe here to the channel as a member, you can do that, and you can get a lot of exclusive pick a card content behind the scenes. And yeah, and if you want a personal reading, you can go to my Etsy store. But otherwise, guys, take care and have a beautiful day wherever you are. Hello, my friends. So if you chose group number 2, this is going to be your reading. So is it a yes or is it a no? Let's find out. So you've got Temperance here. And we have Heart Healing. Morning now has had its time. Do not pay it a single dime. Emerge from the darkness. A new day starts. Let light embrace the healing heart. So you guys, I think it's a yes for you. And I feel like, especially if it's something like, say for instance, as an example, you lost your job and you wonder, will I find another one? Or will I ever find happiness again? Or will I ever find this again? Absolutely. And you'll find healing in whatever situation you're asking about. So I'm assuming that for many of you coming here, if you chose correctly with your intuition, I would say that probably there's something that's been painful in regards to this question, or maybe there's some sort of painful origins or something that happened in the past. But to me, I guess regardless of that, it shows me like everything will be okay. And so whatever you're asking about, I guess maybe even if you are asking and maybe there isn't a whole lot of pain, it's still a yes. So it doesn't really matter, I guess. But I would say yes, it's a yes. So you definitely got a very clear, I feel like yes. And like I said, do not pay it a single dime. Mourning is an example, letting things go, moving on, emerging from the darkness, a new day starts. Let light embrace the healing heart. So there's light coming to a situation as well, and understanding. And I would say that as well, it's really a good omen for new beginnings. So whether it's like a new relationship, a new job, a new place of living, whatever maybe that has disappointed you or let you down. But that is your reading. I'm going to keep these very short and sweet, as I mentioned, and I just want to give you guys a straight up answer. and move on from there. If you have any other questions, you can consult the beginning of the video and go to another group for another question. And yeah, if you want to join here as a member, you can do that up above, and you get some exclusive pick a card content behind the scenes. I just have a video going up for September predictions. And then of course, if you want to get a personal reading, you can do that through my Etsy store. But otherwise, you guys have a beautiful and blessed day wherever you are. Hello, my beautiful friends. So if you chose group number 3 with this beautiful door, I like this one. This is a pretty one. So what's your answer? Yes or no? Ta-da! 9 of Pentacles. Yep, it's a yes. Three-eyed raven. As sunrise hits upon the dew, a messenger raven calls out with news. Prepare for the unexpected. Ooh, that's really, okay, this is good. I want to say yes for you guys. So this feels like it's a yes. We have that like kind of unexpected news or unexpected aspect. So one thing I will point out for you guys in this particular group, but I'm not going to be going into too much detail. This is just going to be a simple straight up yes or no, not to get too complicated, especially because people have various questions. But I can tell you, like, there's an unexpected aspect to this. And also, again, there's news coming your way in regard to this too that feels quite unexpected. So you might get unexpected communication, phone call, letter, something like that. And I think it's going to be in your favor. So especially financially, of course, too, with the 9 of Pentacles, that can be good for finances, career, and such things like that, stability. And maybe this answer is going to take you by surprise. And you know what I mean? It says here, prepare for the unexpected. So it might be that you envision as well something happening one way or one outcome, but it might be even better than you dreamed of or better than you thought, or it's going to work out, you know, in your favor in an unexpected way. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes we have situations like that where we think we might envision one way and then another way kind of comes through and we're like, whoa, that was a better way. I'm glad that this way happened and not the other way I was hoping it for. You know what I mean? So it's like a good surprise. And so yes, it's a yes, and it's a positive yes. It's a good thing. If you're asking something negative, by the way, no. If you're asking like, will I die? I had somebody recently that was asking on a yes or no, will I die? And if you're that person, it's not a very healthy question to ask the cards. But you know, that in that case, this is good health, but so it's like no. But you know, regardless of that question, it's a yes. Okay. So anyway, with that being said, if you guys want to join here as a member and get more exclusive pick a card content, including I just did a September video that I'm posting. Yeah, you can go and check that out. And then if you want a personal reading, you can do that through my Etsy store, which is linked up in the description box. Take care and have a beautiful and blessed day. Hello, my friends. So if you chose group number 4, let's see what is your answer. Yes or no? So we have the 3 of Cups, and we also have the card Birth. So the 3 of Cups is a very positive card, so I would say it's a yes. And the Birth card can say, another gateway appears in view. New life is unfolding with blessings to you. So this is very like kind of good news, happy news. I guess if you're asking something in the negative sense, I would say it's a no, it's a positive. So like if you're asking a negative question like, will I lose my job? Well, if you do, there'll be something way better waiting for you. So it's not necessarily a yes in a negative sense. Like, and I kind of was saying this to the last group as well. Somebody recently posted a comment about asking if they'll die, and they got a yes. And yeah, not that kind of the question. Like, it's not a yes for that kind of stuff, especially with birth. Okay, just in case that person's watching. I don't want to lead anyone into negative thoughts like that. So, but yeah, it says another gateway appears in view. New life is unfolding with blessings to you. And this could also indicate new friendships and new networking connections and people coming into your life as well. Because of course the 3 of Cups can show that. But also it just shows like happiness and feeling good about yourself and stuff like that too. So I would say it's definitely a yes. It's a positive thing. Whatever you're asking about should go very well. And there should be, you know, happiness around it. So I would say that's a pretty positive answer, and I hope that it was helpful. If you have any questions about, you know, anything else, you can go back to the beginning and choose another group, and you can always come back to this. This is timeless, so I kind of create any of my yes or no readings to be timeless and offer answers at any point in time if one's feeling intuitively drawn. But the other thing I was going to say before I go is that If you'd like to join here as a member on the channel, you can get some exclusive pick a card content. I have a September video I'm about to post up there, so it should be there by the time this is posted. And yeah, and you can also get a personal reading with me through my Etsy store. So if you'd like that, that's up in the description box. But either way, I hope you have a beautiful and blessed day wherever you are, and I'll see y'all next time. Hello, my beautiful friends. So you chose group number 5. I didn't cleanse the area before I started, so here I am. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what is the answer to your question, yes or no. So we've got the 9 of Cups, and we've got a stranger's grace. Ego fears a sudden danger, but never underestimate the kindness of a loving stranger. Wow, so this is a yes. I would say it's a yes. And like the previous few groups, actually, I think the last 3 have been yeses. The first one was a no. I shouldn't, that was kind of a spoiler in case you're going to ask other ones, but oops. Anyway, but the last ones, I want to kind of point something out really quick before I go forward with this. If you're asking like very negative questions, like, am I going to die? Because I had somebody recently comment that on a yes or no video, and I don't like people asking those type of questions because in this case, no, everything would be okay. Sometimes yes or no's are a little bit tricky depending upon how we're asking about it and all that stuff. But I don't put out that intention to ask such like, you know, kind of questions. So anyway, but no, here we have a yes, and I would say it's a quite positive. So whatever is going to feel life affirming and happy and good, that's the outcome. So it's like a positive yes is what I feel like. And we have here that stranger's grace, and it says, but never underestimate the kindness of a loving stranger. So actually for many of you watching, there may be a stranger or somebody that you don't know too well, maybe not a full-on stranger, but maybe not someone that's not very close to you that could actually play a role in this somehow. Or there's something positive there in terms of like love. Like if you're asking like, oh, will love come my way? Will I find the love of my life? Yes, and they will be somebody you don't know yet. Or if you wonder whether you'll solve a problem, it could be like somebody you don't know yet who will step into the picture and help you solve that problem, you know, through kindness and through that sort of effort. So that is the answer to your question. I wanted to make this short and sweet, as I mentioned, you know, before. And so I'll stop here and just keep it uncomplicated. There you go. It's a yes. And I wish you the very, very best. If you want to join here as a member on the channel, you can do that by clicking up above. I think there's a join button, and then of course you get some exclusive content when you do that. There's a lot of pick a card readings I have that are only for the members, so you can check those out once you join. And then of course, if you want a personal reading with me, you can do that through my Etsy store, which is linked up in the description box. You guys have a beautiful day and take care. Hello my friends, you chose group number 6, so this door here. So what's the answer to your question? Is it a yes or a no? Let's find out. Ooh, we have the High Priestess. We also have here a Divine Guardian. Do not be nervous today or tonight. The path you're on will lead you just right. Pass this card on. Now this is a really interesting one because the High Priestess is spiritual and it is about faith and trust. If you're wondering whether your intuition is correct, if your question has anything to do with your intuition, I would say it's a yes. Like you're right, or you're on the right path, or you've got the right feeling. And your intuition will not lead you astray, no matter what, in regard to whatever you're asking. Now, for some of you, I'm going to be honest, and I know some of you may not like this answer, but for others of you, it may be a maybe. And the reason why is the High Priestess, she has that veil there, and she doesn't always let us know what's beyond. And so a lot of times I find this to be one of the ambiguous answers, or one in which it's like Spirit doesn't want to give us the answer. They don't want you to know it. Maybe it's like, you better not know this, like as an example, for some other reason. There can be higher purposes to that. Maybe we're not ready for that information. Maybe knowing that could change our behavior, and we may like kind of slip or do something different. Sometimes if you tell people no, they won't even bother. Other people might psychologically fight harder for something. And so there's just reasons, higher purposes as to why that happens. And I would say that you're not meant to know exactly, but to follow your intuition through it. But like I said, for some of you, this is going to be like a confirmation of your intuition. If you're wondering whether there's anything spiritual going on, anything psychic, anything intuitive, yes, it's a yes. So I guess it really depends on the question. But out of all the groups, this is a little bit like one that's a little bit more trickier. And like I said, probably people won't like this one because it's a little bit mysterious. But yeah, I guess if you're asking like whether your feelings are right about someone, like, oh, do they really like me? And you're kind of thinking they do because intuitively you're picking up, then it's probably yes, you're correct. Like I said, if it has something to do with something you intuitively feel and you're trying to get a confirmation for what you feel like you already know inside of yourself, then it's a yes. But like I said, if it's kind of like something that you're not really intuitive about and you're not really sure, then I would say it's more of like, you're not meant to know at this time. Okay? So with that being said, I hope that helped. And again, don't get too mad at me. I can't help what Spirit brings through. But anyways, I wish you the very, very best. And I hope that you have a beautiful day wherever you are. And if you want to join here as a member, you can do that and get exclusive pick-a-card content. I have tons of pick-a-cards that are all timeless, that are behind the scenes in the members area. And then, of course, there is, is my Etsy, where you can get personal readings as well, up in the description box. But like I said, have a beautiful day and take care. Hello, my beautiful friends. So you've chosen this door. And what is the answer here for you? Yes or no? Ooh, we have the 10 of Wands. And we have walkabout. You discover your path in sacred walkabout. The trees are your people. The earth is your tribe. In indigenous lessons, you'll find the will to survive. This is a yes, okay? But because the end is in sight, I feel like this may not be something that happens immediately for you. And that's kind of the special message I'm getting from Spirit for you guys. I feel like this is something that you might have to push hard It's definitely a yes if you try, if you don't give up, if you know what I mean, are connected to the outcome and you stay committed to it, then it's a yes. So for instance, if you're like, will I find a job in said career that I'm studying? Yes, but you may have to like push hard for it. You may have to, it may not be on the first try. It may be that you have to apply 30 times or something. Or maybe it's like, you have to, you're going to have to save really hard if you want that house, or you're going to have to do something really hard, but you have the capability, absolutely. And you will get past this, right? So it's a positive, like I said, even if it has a little bit of challenge. So it's a yes with the challenge attached, I guess you could say. Especially I felt like that card really highlighted it even more. You know what I mean? In indigenous lessons, you find the will to survive. And so like I said, you'll survive this, you'll get through it, you'll make it, something will happen there, there will be progress. Like it said, it's over on that hill there, but he's just got to get there. And I think that's kind of what's going on here, okay? So very short and sweet answer. And that was my intention with this reading. I didn't want anything too long, complicated, confusing, and intricate. I just wanted kind of simple yes or no's. And that's what, this was about. But I will be back with a, more in-depth reading in the near future. But you guys have a beautiful and blessed day. If you want to join here as a member on the channel, you can get some exclusive pick-a-card content that's behind the scenes, that's timeless, and there's a lot of them, so you can go right through and like binge watch them all. And then of course you can get a personal reading with me by going to my Etsy store. It's on Etsy and it's in the description. The link is in the description. So you guys take care, lots of love to you, and I will see you next time. Hello, my friends. So if you chose group number 8, I think this is, yeah, pretty sure. Is it a yes or a no for your question? So we've got the 7 of Cups. And then we've got 2 cards actually here. We have intuition, simple, complex, words of pain, or words that heal. You come to know the truth by the way that it feels. We also have begin here. Do not fear what travel brings, my dear. The moment is yours. Begin now, here. Pass this card on. Wow, okay, this is really interesting here. Because to me, I'm almost wondering if there's a little bit of fear or confusion about which option to take. It's almost like you're asking something where you are kind of like, I don't even know what I want the answer to be. Like, maybe it's like, it's the type of thing where you're not sure, like, how you feel about this outcome. Like, maybe you're not sure that you really want it. I don't know if that's what I'm picking up on here, because that's what it seems to me. At least that's the kind of feeling I'm getting. So you'll have to let me know in the comments down below. Are you feeling kind of a little bit maybe confused about this? Like maybe there's more than one option, or you have attachment to other possibilities as well, so you're not really sure about the outcome, like what you want it to be. But yeah, so it's interesting. It says here, you come to know the truth by the way that it feels. So I would say in regard to whatever you're asking about, especially, like, and that might just be also a hint from a message from spirit, a hint from spirit to like connect to how you feel about the situation. Because like sometimes it's like if I say yes or no, it's like you might know what you really want in that moment when I say no. If I say no, it's like, no, 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 I do want this. Like, you know what I mean? So that might be a little practice for you guys to do. I would say that Seven of Cups, it does kind of feel like a little bit unclear. And the reason why is because, like I said, it is a lot of options and we don't know which one he wants to choose. And likely in some way you may have more options in this whole situation than you might realize even if you like, if you really intuitively truly pick this card, this group, in regard to this question, even yourself, you might not be aware that there are other options and possibilities, but you might realize that soon. You know what I mean? So it might impact the outcome of your question. So even if, like, say you like someone and you wonder whether you'll be together, well, it might be that you find out that some other people like you too, or that you might like somebody else as well, or somebody else comes back around and kind of confuses you. So there might be a little bit more of options than you might realize. You know, it depends on, like, obviously what the question is, but I would say it's a maybe. And the other thing too here with begin here, it says the moment is yours, begin now here. And for some of you, this might be a wake-up call to get started on something. Maybe you want to know, is it successful? Does it have possibility? Well, I would say it has plenty of possibility, but you just got to begin. You got to start somewhere to see where it develops. Don't be afraid. Just take that leap and go for it. Don't just dream about it. Don't let your dreams be dreams. You know, just be dreams. And so, you know what I mean? Like I said, I guess it depends. I know that I'll probably get a lot of flack for this one because it's a little bit more intricate and it's not just a very simple yes or a simple no. It's just a little bit of more of a complicated message. But I think most of you probably are going to, you know, get what I'm saying, and it will align with you spiritually somehow and maybe unlock something for you in terms of the answer. But I feel like it's all in your hands in some way, you know, and that's the thing. So it's kind of like a yes, but if you pick something or if you start with something or you start somewhere. But yeah, anyway, I wish you all the very best. And I hope that this reading found you happy and healthy and doing good. And if you want to join here as a member, you can do that up above. And when you join as a channel member, you get access to all kinds of exclusive pick a card content that I have behind the scenes. So there's plenty of timeless readings back there that you can watch behind the curtain. And I'm just about to post a new one for September. So September predictions. Anyway, you can also get a reading with me personally through my Etsy store, which is linked in the description box as well. But either way, you guys have a beautiful and blessed day. Take care, and I'll see y'all next time. Hello, my friends. So group number 9. What is up? You've chosen this very cool door. This is like doors and doors and doors. Lots of doors. Okay, so let's see what we have here. We have the star. So that's looking like a yes to me. Passages, spiritual signs of inclination. You're walking through passages of your transformation. So this is a very positive card. I would say it's a yes. And it implies that there will be transformation. It's interesting because the star, it comes after the tower, right? And so it represents that healing energy and rebuilding and all of that. And so to me, it might usher in something new in your life. Like maybe it's a new job, new relationship, new place of living, new something. Like it feels like there's something new involved with this. So that's a positive thing too. And I would say that there may even be plenty of possibilities ahead of you, just given that there are so many passageways here. And yeah, it's like, it feels like there's a lot of good ahead of you. So obviously, if you're asking something negative, like, am I going to lose my job or am I going to die, like somebody asked recently, and I left that comment in there, and I felt like sorry that they ever asked that question, because it's not, I don't think it's something I wish people would ask in my type of readings. But anyway, this would be like, no, you're not. You're going to be fine, and you have plenty of doors to go through. Okay, and same thing, like I said, whether it was like the job or, you know, whatever. It would be a yes. So this is a positive, and I would say, you know, pretty positive. Like it's good. So yes. Anyway, I'm going to keep this short and sweet. I'm not going to elaborate too much. I just wanted to kind of keep it like very straightforward and easy to, you know, easy to listen to, very quick, give quick answers, lots of groups. And so with that being said, I will end here, but I will do something more intricate in the near future. So if you'd like to explore my members area, you can join there and get a lot of access to like mini picket cards that I've done that are timeless. And then of course, if you want to get a personal reading with me, you can go to my Etsy store, which is in the description box. But I hope you have a beautiful and blessed day wherever you are, and take care. Hello, my friends. So if you chose group number 10, the last and final group, what is the answer to your question? So I'm going to go ahead and cleanse the area. I didn't actually between the other groups. Well, between this one and the last. So, okay, so we have the Death card, and we have Distant Dream. The distance calls your heart to roam free. As you dare dream it, so must it be. Pass this card on. Well, if you're asking something very negative, like will something end? It could actually end at some point, and it might be actually for the best, because it might allow yourself to be a little bit more free. If you're asking about whether something will end, though, at the same time with Distant Dream, it makes me feel like it might be a very far off occurrence, like a yes, but not now or not today. But for others of you, it may be a no if you're not in a position to free yourself from something. Maybe something has to end in order for this to happen. So it's like, it's just a dream until you take a step to end something. So, or to go towards the next phase, right? Because that's really what the Death card's about, is about another phase as well. So like kind of switching over. I mean, generally I take the Death card as a no card, personally. That's just the way I read. Maybe others will have a different opinion of it, but in this case, especially with the clarifying kind of like, you know, coupling card with it, I would say if you take the leap, like if you do it, yes, but at the same time, for some of you, like I said, it may be a no because it's perhaps you're afraid to act upon something, or you're afraid to free yourself from a situation and end something. So it might be like, oh no, but you'll just kind of cling. You know what I mean? Because look at like how they cling. You know? And a lot of times that's like one of the messages of that card is like, can we let go of what we're clinging on to? So, you know, for instance, say we want to know if we'll move somewhere different, but it's like, are we taking the steps to leave our current atmosphere? Are we like trying to, you know, like move ahead? It might take like that ending as an example to get there. And it's kind of like in your hands in some way or something. But yeah, this one's a little bit trickier, I guess. It feels a little bit more like, instead of being just directly no, I feel like there is a little bit of wiggle room there for some of you. Especially that fall in line with what I was kind of talking about. Like if it is really something where there has to be a big ending, you know, or a big change. And of course, if you're asking questions about like, you know, if you're asking something negative, like, oh, will I die? Like, and I've brought this one up a few times in this video, because I had somebody leave that comment, and it really kind of bothered me that they used my picket card reading for that kind of question. Like, well, because I just don't feel like that's what my intentions are when I sit down to read. But if by chance that person's watching, or anybody else is watching that's really asking something negative, then I wouldn't worry, especially if there's anxiety wrapped in around it, because we have that distant dream, and it's like, it's far away. It's not anytime soon. It's, you know what I mean? You still have plenty of time, you know what I mean, to roam free. So just kind of pointing that out, because you never know what people come here asking. And so I want to make sure, you know, somebody doesn't get the wrong message there. But yeah, so hopefully that wasn't too confusing. I feel like out of a lot of the groups, this one was one of the more trickier ones besides one other. And so I guess you guys will have to kind of intuitively decipher it. I imagine a lot of you are very spiritually evolved listening, and you probably already kind of get what it's getting at. So with that being said, I'll leave it there. But I wish you all the very, very best. Take care of yourselves. And if you want to have some exclusive pick a card content, you can join here as a member on the channel and get access to plenty of timeless readings that you can binge watch at your leisure. And you can also get a personal reading with me by going to my Etsy shop, which is in the description box. So you guys have a beautiful and blessed day. Take care, and I'll see y'all next time.